Hello everyone. In this video we will do one more practical with this if and else conditions, but combining it with analog input, right? Because earlier we did in the last sessions excuse me guys, in the last sessions we did some practicals with these x values, but increasing it, very amazing strategies, kind of really a smart way of doing things we have seen. So keeping it the way it is, we will try an analog scenario and we will move on, guys. Okay, so what is the task now is, requirement now is, okay, so we have already done if the analog value is less than 500, we switched on a green LED, right? Okay guys, so more than 511 we switched on a red LED, right? So we have done that, right? So in the real world with the simulation environment, I have rotated the analog input source, the variable resistor, and I have shown you when the value is less than 511 we have green LED on, and when the value is greater than 511 we have the red LED on. I have shown you that. Now we want to have a little bit weird scenario. So we are going to have 3 LEDs. Okay guys, so let's say if the value is less than 300, okay, less than 300 I'm sorry guys, we will switch on the green LED. Okay, and if the value is somewhere between 300 to, let's say not 700, 600, excuse me guys, we will switch on a blue LED or yellow LED. Okay, we will check which one is suitable. Okay, then if the value is more than 600, we will switch on the red LED. Okay, so earlier an if and else condition was enough for us, but now it is not the way it is. We have more than 2 conditions, right? And one check, and if it is false we have to do the other check, and if it is also false we have to give the other one. So what is the thing we are going to use? One if and then another else if for the second check, and another else for the third check. Okay, so if there are 4 conditions, you can have another else if and another else. You get it right guys? Okay, so that is totally fine. That should be understandable from the previous videos. Okay, so since we have only 3 conditions, that means one if, and if it is false we are going to do another check, and the rest is, because if it is not less than 300 and if it is not between 300 and 600, and the else part will obviously be more than 600, right? Obviously, right? So we can only have it inside else. Without an else if, we can only have an else, and we can switch on that red, right? So we will quickly do it. Okay, so I'll go here and I will change the scenarios according to my need. Okay, so I will remove the 1 and I will keep the integer value to be x. Okay, I want the serial bean scenario to be here, so it is here. That's fine. So I will write pin mode. Okay, what can I do? Okay, fine. Pin mode A0 input. I am not explaining much because we have already done it so many times, guys. Okay, pin mode A0 for analog input, and then I will write the LED output. So I will say pin mode 7 output, and then I will copy and paste so that we can save the time. Okay, so this next one will be pin mode 8 output, and the final one will be pin mode 9 output, right? So let's say this is the green LED 7, 8 is the yellow or blue LED, and the 9 will be our red LED. Okay guys, that's fine. So then you know what we should do in the void setup, and at the initial state I will read the value and assign it to x. Okay, so because I have already declared x, so now I will assign. Okay, so I will say analog read, okay, and A0. Okay, that would be amazing, right? And we have to change the if else condition. So what I will do is I will quickly remove everything. Okay, okay, I will have an if condition, guys. So let's have a small space. Okay, let's have a tab if. Okay, what is the first condition? less than 300, right? So we will have a less than equal, guys. Okay, so in another words, yeah, we will include the equal as well, so that the 300 value also not missing. Okay, so how to have the less than is equal to is, first we will add the less than and see if x is less than 300. Okay, what we should do, we should switch on this particular LED. Okay, okay, fine. So before that I will have a serial println also, so that we can be doing it easily. Okay, so that we can see the values. serial.println x. Okay, that's fine. So if x is less than 300, I have to switch on the which LED? 7 means which? Green LED, right? And meanwhile, what should be the other LED states? They should be off, because during any state of the program, they may become on. And when the program again starts, if this one is less than 300, we have to switch on the green, but meanwhile we have to switch these guys off. Okay, so it is must to tell in the same location, please make sure other LEDs are off. Okay, so this is not the pin mode, I was wrong, this is digital write. Okay, so I will say digital write 7 high. Okay, guys. Okay, then again I will say okay 8 low, right? Because I am switching off the other LEDs, because I don't know, by mistake somewhere in the code they can become on. So in this condition I want them to be off. Okay, so that's fine, low. Okay, so this is for x is less than 300. And also I said you, okay, x is less than 300 is not enough, we will add that equal as well. Okay, x is less than or equal to 300 part we will add, I said, right? So what we will do is we simply, I don't know which side I am supposed to add the equal sign. Okay, for the moment I will add here, right? So what we will do is we will add an equal sign here. Okay, so that means 300 is also included in the logic. Okay, x is less than or equal to 300. Okay, guys, that's fine. So then another important part is there, else if. Okay, so inside the else if, we are not having one value. Okay, we have to make sure this should be in between 300 and 600. Okay, so how we can implement it, guys, we will see in the next video, guys. Please follow me up in the next video, guys.